What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Amplify with Amanda Sapp. I'm Amanda, and this is a show where we spotlight the people building impact in real time, leaders, creators, and community change makers who are moving culture and opportunity forward. Today, we're talking Houston's creative ecosystem and what it looks like when fashion becomes more than a runway. It becomes a platform. I'm joined by Serena McKinney of We Are Models and Fashion Night Out, where she leads show operations and VIP guest experience. She will be sharing insights on behalf of the Fashion Night Out team, including the vision and the work happening behind the scenes. Before we get started, Serena, first of all, welcome to Amplify with Amanda Sapp. And if you could, please give me 3 words that best describe you.
The 3 words that best describe me. Well, thank you so much, Amanda, for having me. I'm excited to be here. And 3 words to describe me. I would say personable, um, spontaneous, and creative.
I love that. I love that. I love that. Now, for someone who is just hearing about you for the very first time, Serena, tell us just a little bit more about you.
Something a little bit more about me. My background is mainly in fashion and retail. I graduated and went to school for fashion. I did the whole 9 yards. Did an internship while I was in school where I went to New York, and that was the first time I worked a fashion show when I was still in college. And transitioning back into Houston, I just really dove deep into the creative community here. Some people may know me from working different retail jobs in the Galleria, and styling guests, clients. Fashion is, I hate to say it because it sounds so cliche, but literally my passion is fashion.
I've never heard anyone say it the way you just did, and maybe that's a t-shirt. I don't freaking know, but I
Yeah.
love it. And it sounds like you're living a life you love. Tell me when
Yes.
you decided I'm gonna go to school for this, I'm gonna get into this industry. Did you ever think, okay, this is how I'm gonna bank big, or this is how I'm gonna make my mark in the world? Tell me a little bit about the psyche behind being involved or deciding that this was the lane that you were gonna start in.
Yes. Well, it's funny because I graduated from Baylor, and a lot of people know Baylor to be a medical school. And I did initially start as a biology student, but I was like, I'm just not passionate about it. I don't love
Mhm.
it. And although I love working with people and helping people, I wanted to express my creativity some more. So that's when I ultimately decided to switch over into an apparel design program. So I was a design student. I was sewing, using all the different media applications. Even with my long nails, I was sewing and everything. But it was a lot of thinking and planning that went behind, okay, what can I do with this? And I think whenever I went to New York while I was in school and I worked Style Fashion Week and was really behind the scenes, I was like, I love this. It was long, it was a long day. I was on my feet for about 15 hours on one of the days. But I loved it. And it was fast paced, and the type of people that you meet, and the way that they just help you open up your mind to the opportunities. I just fell in love with fashion shows. With fashion, though, I mean, there's so many different lanes, and I think it's about creating the lane that works best for you. Event hospitality fashion show is where I really kind of leaned into. But I also love retail and I love leadership and management as well. So it was really about merging the two and how could I do this? And, since joining the F&O family and since joining We Are Models, Wear Models, it's really given me a platform to hone in on my skills and where I would best be at. So that's where I am today.
I love that. And thank you for sharing this story with us. I know a lot of times we go to school, we get out, and some people aren't fortunate enough, as you have been, to work in the industry that you love.
Mhm.
And went to school for. So kudos to you for sticking to it, finding where your passion could lie within the industry, and really expanding where you could with what you had. And
Mhm.
if you could tell me a little bit about Fashion Night Out, and when people hear that whole phrase, what do most people understand about Fashion Night Out?
So with Fashion Night Out, it definitely sounds like a cultural event. Some people are like, "Oh, what is it though?" It's a fashion show, but it really is more than a fashion show. It started off as just a fashion show, and with Cash, the first Fashion Night Out started in 2021. And when Cash speaks about how he started it and how it came to mind, he says it came into him in a dream, and he envisions himself having a fashion show. And it's around the same time every year. It's just an annual show. Hopefully soon to be a semi-annual show, but as of right now, an annual show, and it's on around March 6th, 7th, or 8th, because that is Cash's birthday weekend. So it started off as just something fun to do for his birthday, and then it turned into a fashion show, and then it turned into a whole community and cultural event that really represents Houston. And even outside of Houston, because we've, partnered with and have designers that are coming from all over the nation. But it's really hard to just pin one word to it. And it's still growing, it's still expanding. But Fashion Night Out, it's a cultural event here in the city. It features a fashion show. This year, we'll be having a streetwear market. We also have different experiences and lounges for our VIP and special guests. We have a red carpet. I mean, the whole nine yards. So you can come and enjoy yourself, network, meet people. And we just want it to feel like an adult playground and for people, a creative adult playground. I guess that's the best way to say
I love
it.
the sounds, especially if I can enjoy myself, have a good time. It's someplace it sounds like I would want to be.
Yes.
From your seat in operations, what's the number one difference between an event that looks good
Mm.
and an event that actually builds opportunity?
Event that looks good versus an event that builds opportunity. So it's about having the right presentation there. And in the world that we live in today, I feel like the most important thing is having media outlets at events like this so that you can create real opportunity for the creatives and the designers that are part of Fashion Night Out, even beyond the show. So this year, we'll be partnering with Sheen Magazine. We'll be having representatives at the show this year. We'll also be having a representative from the Griot. And then now Apple TV, that's going to be our biggest
Nice.
partnership this year, that takes it from just a local representation to now a nationwide representation. But of course, we love our Houston media as well. We have Houston Boomerang. We've been partnering with Brown Bandana Network, who's really shown the making of and the building of Fashion Night Out. They actually showcased a short film about Fashion Night Out at Proper Studios at a Now and Next event. So it's really about having the media outlets there so that we can showcase the different creatives and the talent just beyond the crowd that's going to be at Fashion Night Out. But even the crowd, we have over 1,200 tickets sold, so that's already a big crowd in itself. But now we're expanding that, and that's just with the help of the different media outlets that we partnered with now.
I love that. And congratulations to you guys on 1,200 tickets sold.
Yes, this is the big show, the
This
biggest
is
show
gonna
for
be
sure.
great. It's going to be good. Now, you mentioned earlier about you learning how to sew, even with your long nails, things like
Yes,
that. My mom is a seamstress, so I have a special place in my heart for anyone
yes,
who's taking the time to learn the craft. And speaking of craft, I do feel like it's a dying craft, and it's something that I feel everyone should learn how to do. And I am not an expert in it at all by a long shot. What barriers do emerging designers face right now, and how does Fashion Night Out, help close those gaps beyond one night?
yes. So fun facts. Okay, so I did start, just a little background. I did start off as a design major, and then I did switch over to merchandising. Just because of, even I had a professor at my university, and she was almost discouraging the design students from the industry because of, she was just being very blunt. And I love professors like that, but it puts everything into perspective.
Mhm.
Um, she's like, not every designer is going to be successful. You can work your whole life and you may not get the representation that you want after being, you could be super creative and super progressive with your designs and doing something that no one's ever seen before, but it's hard to be presented. So with Fashion Night Out, with the designers that we've worked with in the past and that that we're working with again this year, we're just really giving them an opportunity to showcase their designs and help them um, eventually get on a mainstream stage, which for a lot of brown and black creatives, designers, it's hard for that representation already. So that's really the platform that Cash is trying to create and grow so that we can showcase brown and black creatives, brown and black designers, and give them that mainstream platform so that they can showcase their work because we've had a lack of that. We've had a lack of it. So for the designers to still work so hard and prepare for an event like this, it really shows their passion, and that's why we want to give them this platform. So it's hard, but we definitely appreciate the persistence. That's how you become successful.
Now, you're working from an operation standpoint in this
Yes.
segment. How are you guys making it, keeping it authentic, but also making it scalable and professional?
Yes. So it's all about the production team, to be honest. Yes, we can bring in the creatives and the designers, but that's when the production team really matters. And that's when We Are Models come in and where Studios comes in. That's really the team that's powering the show. Cash is the producer. We have Allah, We Are Models. He's the founder of We Are Models, and he is directing the show. He also Where Models also provides some of the talent that you'll see on the runway this year. But a branch off of Where Studios, which is going to be our production team, which is I'm also a part of as well. So having that team that's constantly growing, pulling in more talent from Houston, within Houston, or even Dallas, Atlanta, New York. We have people who are just wanting to come and help be a part of something like this. That's when the production team and the unity of that team really comes in, because it's a lot of moving parts and there's so many different elements to it. You have your back of house and then you have your front of house. I've worked both of those. Back of house is super fast paced, you have to be very detailed. You're going to be working hands on with our beauty team, designers, the models, and keeping the timing in order, making sure there's no dress malfunctions. With front of house, that's mainly hospitality. And that's also would be our media team. So we will have a red carpet and step and repeat as soon as you walk in. So we have media doing interviews. So it's so many different moving parts, but that's where the importance of the production team comes in.
Can you walk me through the VIP experience? I know that there are so many people who, if they haven't gotten their tickets yet, will want to gain VIP experience. Can
Yes.
you share with us a little bit about how that is going to work?
Yes, I'm excited about this because I love hospitality and I love guest experience. That's very a passion of mine. So for the VIP and special guest lounge experience this year, if you haven't got your tickets, I would definitely get your tickets because it's going to be a special experience just for our VIP guests. We're going to have an exclusive VIP lounge, an art gallery with a bar upstairs. So the art gallery is going to feature three different artists, Larry Llewellyn, Mia Prado, and Cam Chow. Cam Chow is actually one of the designers in the show, but she also has canvases and art pieces that we want to showcase as well. Mia Prado is a model in the show who's also we have a lot of multidisciplinaries and multi-talented people on our team. So we are showcasing them as much as we can. But Mia Prado is a model and she will also be showcasing her artwork. And then Larry Llewellyn is also a photographer of ours, but he will be showcasing his artwork in the VIP lounge as well. We'll be having a podcast corner. We will have a beauty touch-up concierge station sponsored by Lena Alize. beauty products. We will also have Fast Lane Grills there, taking live imprints for grills. It's the whole vibe up there, but it's exclusive to our VIP guests. So that's why it's important you get your VIP ticket so that you can see me and you can see all this artwork and get some grill imprints and everything. It's a whole thing.
That sounds like a vibe for sure. Now,
Yes.
earlier you mentioned about streetwear. Can you tell
Yes.
us a little bit about what's happening in culture right now that's influencing the way that Fashion Night Out is showing up in this season?
Yes. So with streetwear, it's all about it's all about representation with streetwear because there are so many different brands that are starting, whether it's local or nationwide. But I think it's about creating a community and a connection, and really being personable when showcasing your brand. I see that's the shift right now is how can we build a real human connection with our potential customers, and how can we make people fall in love with not only me but the brand and the story. This year at Fashion Night Out, we are going to be having a streetwear market hosted by Green Vintage. Green Vintage is located off of Sam Houston Parkway, and it's going to be, and Trell is the owner of Green Vintage. She's also one of our main sponsors for the show. So the Green Vintage Market is going to be open to not only VIP but our general admission guests as well. It's open to everyone, and we are really encouraging people to come and shop and discover new brands. A lot of local brands, some people coming in from out of town, which is great because we love diversity. I feel like that also best represents just the Houston community because Houston is so diverse in itself. So whenever we have events, we definitely like to pull in people from different cities because we're already a melting pot. But it's really about creating that community and that human connection. So I'm really excited for the streetwear market this year. We usually have a vendor market, but it's never been something like this. And Trail is curating it down to the T. So I'm really excited to see what he comes up with as well. He's going to be the whole vibe curator of the streetwear market. Speaking of Green Vintage, you can also pick up your physical Fashion Night Out tickets at Green Vintage as well. I would go and shop, pick out an outfit, and pick up your Fashion Night Out ticket while you're there.
Now, we're talking about how you all have, or Fashion Night Out has created, you all built your own lane here, your own runway. If I was a designer starting from zero here in Houston, what does the perfect pipeline look like? What would be my next steps?
If you are a new designer here in Houston,
Starting
I
from
would, what was that, Amanda? Sorry.
starting from zero.
Starting from zero. Hmm. I would first find your community. I would first find your community. And also, don't be afraid to tap in with the younger community. I say this because they are the future and their minds are just constantly going. We actually have a lot of volunteers that are currently studying at PV, and PV has their own fashion community. And I know that they also have their own fashion shows as well. I would say build your community. Don't be afraid to tap in with the younger generations. And then the next step would maybe be to find a partner or a sponsor that would invest in you and your dreams because being a designer is not cheap. And I already know it's a lot of work and tools that go into this, but I feel like the main thing is your community, who you surround yourself with, who is feeding into you, will definitely help push you and expand your ideas and can push you even further. So building that community.
Appreciate that. Now, we're coming down to the end of this interview, but I do want you to share with us what the vision is for year round development with Fashion Night Out. And I'm talking education, workshops, model training, brand storytelling. What's next with Fashion Night Out?
So, Fashion Night Out in partnership with We Are Models, definitely model workshops. We have already started the model workshops because Even for the models who maybe just didn't make it this fashion night out or last fashion night out, they're open to development, and they want to be in the next fashion night out shows. So, model classes, education. And for me, more, I would like us to do more community involvement and grow our philanthropy side as well. Um, and then with just Fashion Night Out is growing by itself, but the goal is to expand outside of Houston, possibly, or expand it to a semi-annual show versus just a one-time a year show. Um, and just I would like to see more development even on the production side. So maybe even workshops for our production team and not only just the models. But the opportunities are endless. I feel like me and Cash have sat down so many times to figure out next steps and like, okay, what's next? And personally, from him, he is thinking expanding outside of the city or creating a semi-annual show. So if you are following us, I would just be on the lookout for that.
I would be remiss if I didn't mention the documentary of America's Next Top Model. You mentioned
Oh, yes.
models and things like that. What's your take on the experiences that models have in breaking into the industry? And is Fashion Night Out doing anything to bring in models who are not the norm of what we would imagine that model should look like, or what the past norm of a model? I don't know what a norm is, but other
Mhm.
models should
Exactly.
Fashion Night Out. How do you feel about that? And what do you think about how models should be breaking in, or what a normal model looks like?
Yes. I feel like Fashion Night Out has definitely always been inclusive. Of course, the designers, they may have their own preferences based off of the category or the type of garments that they make, but we encourage anyone of any height, color, race, size to come and cast with us. If it's not Fashion Night Out, you have Ala and the We Are Models team there to join you in on our group and spotlight your modeling career to other brands that may be able to represent you better or actually looking for someone just like you. But that's the beauty about Fashion Night Out. Every designer that we pick, they have their own vision. We do have designers that want maybe curvier girls, curvier women, or maybe they want men who can express themselves more openly. Or, I mean, there's no boundaries at all. But yeah, I did watch the America's Next Top Model documentary, and it's pretty scary that that's what we were experiencing not even 10, 15 years ago in the modeling industry and how cruel they can be sometimes. But we love the diversity in our models. There is no strictness on height, size, or anything. I was actually just talking about that with my partner, how really one of our poster boys for We Are Models is shorter than what an average model would be like in the industry. I believe he's like 5'7" or 5'8", but it's somebody that we really push despite their height. Because they just, if they have a good look, they have a good look, and we don't want to discriminate at all. Everyone is beautiful. And so we want to just be able to showcase you in the right places in the right way.
Is there an age limit to modeling?
No, there is not an age limit to modeling. I mean, of course, you have to walk. You can't be, 6 months as a baby, but you probably could. But to rock on a runway, we have been also open to expanding. Maybe we are kids models, or even having designers that want to showcase kids clothing so that we can bring some of that younger generation in, because like I said, the younger generation, even the little girls and boys, like they are killing it right now. They are super talented, and we definitely want to be in on it. So something to look forward to in the future with us as well, because they are here in the city, we know that. So we definitely have to give them that platform to show it.
Please share with us how we can find you all, and how anyone can get tickets.
Yes. So you can get tickets. Go through Fashion Night Out page on Instagram or Cash McIntosh on Instagram. I believe it's Cash underscore McIntosh. Or you can Find it on my page at serena.mckinney. It'll be in the link in our bios for the Fashion Night Out tickets. Front row is sold out. We still have VIP tickets available as well as general admission. But if you want to get a seat, I would definitely recommend getting VIP tickets so that you can also experience the lounge. But that's where you can find us. I hope to see y'all there. Will I see you there, Amanda?
You know what? I feel like this is something I definitely want to come to. And I would love to bring
Yeah.
my daughter. She's into fashion. She is 16 and loves K-pop, and I believe she has a lot of Korean influence in her
Oh, yeah.
attire. So maybe so. I mean, we can talk about that after this.
Yes.
You know what? I have some lightning round questions for you, and
Yes.
you mind if I shoot these questions your way? Give
Oh,
me
sure.
short answers.
Sure.
If you like. All right. So, give me one word for Houston's creative identity. One word for Houston's creative identity.
One word for Houston's creative identity. Diverse.
The number one thing designers should prepare before they hit a runway.
Their looks. Their pieces.
A myth
Most
about
important.
fashion platforms you want to retire.
Fashion platforms that I want to retire.
A myth about fashion platforms you want
Oh.
to retire.
That everybody's doing the same thing. Because we are all unique in our own way. It may look similar, but you really have to express yourself. Remember, there's only one of us in the world, y'all. So do not try to be like anybody else. Express yourself to the fullest.
The mindset shift that changes everything for creatives.
Hmm. That you do it for yourself. And if you are not happy to present it, then don't do it.
Serena McKinney, thank you so much for being my guest here today on Amplify with Amanda Sapp. I really appreciate you, your time, and I am praying for a successful event. It sounds like it's going to be absolutely amazing. And we look forward to all the things you have coming up in the community. And thank you again.
All right. Thank you so much, Amanda, for meeting with me today. I hope to see everyone at Fashion Night Out. It's definitely going to be the biggest cultural event this year. So I'm excited. Thank you so much for meeting with me.
Absolutely.